What's good, y'all? It's your boy BioSpider 3.0 back with another review, keeping the action going with the Fortnite Enforcer figure from Jazwares. I thought originally this figure was another McFarlane Toys figure, but it turns out it's actually by Jazwares, as is stated down there on the packaging in the bottom right corner. Kind of small there, but that little J right there that says Jazwares. I've actually heard of Jazwares before. Never had any of their figures, but I know they're responsible for doing some of like the Sonic figures, like the cartoon Sonic, and I think some of the Mario and like Mario Brothers figures as well. But yeah, I've seen like a few of those at Target. But yeah, this is my first time, I guess, reviewing Jazwares, so that's cool. So yeah, I guess with the Fortnite line, it seems like McFarlane does some of their figures and then Jazwares does others. So, I found that kind of interesting. Two different companies kind of dipping their hands in this line for Fortnite. So I think that's pretty cool. Both seem to do a pretty good job. If I was to see this for the first time and I didn't know who Jazwares was, I would assume that it probably was either Hasbro or McFarlane that was handling this, but it is in fact Jazwares, so there we go. First time to review one of their products on the channel, so that's dope. So we got the Enforcer here. I got this guy at Geeky Mama's, that last week, or probably that last day actually, when they were having that store-wide sale. I think everything was like 50% off. So the original price tag on this guy was like $24.99. So, after that, after the 50% would have been about 12 bucks or so, add tax. So a little more, but yeah, so here he is. Here's the packaging, looking pretty dope. I do like it a lot, actually. I like the white, design for the border and everything in the bottom, and then I like the orange text for his name, Enforcer, and then the light orange background. I think that's really cool. Kind of helps him stand out a lot. It says right here, let me back it up just a little bit. Down here it says 8 pieces. I was thinking when I read that, I was thinking like 8 accessories, so I counted, but there seems to only be 7. So he's got 2 mask pieces, so 1, 2. He's got this little canister thing, so 3. A grenade, it looks like, so 4. He's got a shield, 5. This rifle piece right here, 6, and then this hammer thing that he's holding, so that's 7. And then I was looking around, at the bottom of the packaging to see if I could see anything else in there, and I didn't see anything else. So I'm guessing that they're including him as like a piece. So I guess he's the 8th piece. I guess that's how they're doing it, because I can't see any other, accessories hidden in there. So yeah, I guess that's what they mean by that. Epic Games, ages 8 and up, Legendary Series. So there you go. On the side of the box, we got some more artwork for the Enforcer. Kind of on the side there, like he's jumping. Looks like he's about to like punch somebody, kind of cocking his fist back. So there you go. Back of the box, Fortnite again, an even bigger blown up picture of Enforcer doing the same pose. Enforcer, balance and order must be restored. All right, so it includes 1 figure, 6 inches, and 7 accessories. Ah, there it goes right there. I should have looked at that description on the back. It tells you right there. So yeah, I guess once when you include him, then it is 8 pieces altogether. So 7 accessories plus him, 8 pieces. Series 1. So in Series 1, we have, these are the other figures in the line. We have Wild Card, Skull Trooper, Havoc, Rabbit Raider, The Visitor, and that's it. And then on the end it says more dropping in soon. So there you go. And you can see down here Jazwares, hashtag Fortnite IRL. I guess that's in real life. You can follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, it looks like, at Jazwares. So there you go. Each figure sold separately and subject to availability. Product appearance and color may vary from shown, of course. All right, so same thing pretty much on the other side. Not really much at the top, just that little white border. So let's go ahead and crack it open. This guy did have like stickers, up here, like on the sides, but I already removed them. So opening the package should actually be fairly easy because they have like these tabs that come open pretty easily from the sides of the package. So if you want to preserve the box, I suggest you go with like the little tabs that they have at the top and bottom. It'll make it a lot easier to open and keep the box nice and neat for you. So let's go ahead and get this guy out. Let's see what's going on with the Enforcer. And again, this is one of those figures that, you know, I just like the design of. I don't really know anything about him because I stopped playing Fortnite long ago. But I just like the look of him so much, I said, you know what, let me go ahead and pick him up for the collection. Why not? Especially since he was going to be a lot cheaper than he originally would have been. So, alright, I got him out the package, as well as his little axe thing that he was holding. Alright, so here we go. Interesting figure. Interesting figure indeed. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, that kind of answered my question. I'll get into that in just a second. The question that I was, you know, a little bit curious about when I first saw this guy. But anyways, that's actually really cool. I like how they designed that a lot. That is dope. So let me get him standing here. Here is Mr. Enforcer. And so far, I am really liking him, man. I like the feel of him. Obviously, I like the look. Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked him up, right? But let's see if I can get him standing. This might be one of those trickier figures to stand. Maybe if I widen his stance a little bit. Let's see. Come on, Enforcer. Come on, buddy. I know you can stand. Let's see. Come on. Nah, he's got like those tread type of boots, kind of similar to that Udon Taskmaster figure that I have. And that guy has always been, you know, a pain to stand up. So this guy kind of suffers from that same thing. Kind of hard to balance here. I'm just gonna lean him against the against my little stand here for just a sec. Go ahead and get out the accessories. Alright. We got the shield, we've got a grenade, we've got a canister. I'm not sure what that is for. Maybe a health pack, or what is that? Oh, actually it kind of looks like paper rolled up. Maybe it's like a map or something, I don't know. Pretty interesting piece though. We've got our two mask pieces for different expressions, and we have a rifle. So there we go. Set that down there. All right, so let's see. Should we do it like we always do? I think we should. So I'm gonna set Mr. Enforcer aside for a quick second. See if I can get him standing one more time here. I don't want to waste too much time trying to get him to stand up, because he's definitely struggling right now. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna let him lay down for the time being. But anyways, we'll take a look at the accessories first and foremost. So we have this axe piece, which is really cool. I like it a lot. I really like the kind of like wash and like maybe dry brushing or whatever they did for this, you know, the top part, the blade of the axe. I really like that to give it some wear and kind of like, you know, like, yeah, just like some wear and, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I guess just wear, you know, like it's been weathered a bit, been through some, you know, the metal has been through some things, you know, so it's got like scratches and all that, like that black paintwork in there just really helps kind of give it an extra level of detail that is really, really nice. I always appreciate that kind of stuff when it comes to weapons and paint apps. Very, very nice. And you've got the black going down the majority of the handle here, or the neck of the axe. It's actually got some texture in there. It's actually like some sculpted line work in there. I don't know how well there you go. Now you can see that on camera. That's pretty cool. Kind of on the bottom of the, you know, the neck of the axe. So that's really cool. Coming down here, I think that's kind of cool how it kind of fades out. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but it probably was. But I think that's pretty cool how like the black kind of fades out right here and goes back to the kind of silver or maybe gunmetal gray, if you want to call it that, as it goes back into, you know, towards like the handle of the axe. And then you have this green little loop down here. So that's really cool to help him hold it. And then I like the green, you know, accent at the top of the axe too, at that little point. That's pretty dope. Like that. Really nice detail in this. Very nicely done. Like that a whole bunch. And then we have his shield right here. Very, very nice paint apps again as well. You can see it's got the silver. I like the silver and black, and then the red for this like little logo or whatever that is in the middle there. And then the red lines kind of coming down the side. That gives it a nice kind of accent. Kind of highlights it very well. So I like that a bunch. It looks really, really good. He's got a little peg. I'm not sure if it's gonna peg into his back or what. I'll have to figure that out in a second. But he's got like two little handles right here that he's able to hold it with. So that's kind of cool. It's got some text down there on the bottom. I guess that's like a serial number or something. I'm not even gonna read that. I'll let you guys read it if my camera can make it clear enough. There you go. So it's got some little text there at the bottom. But yeah, nice looking shield, very nice paint apps on that. And we've got a little grenade thing, which looks very interesting. I like how this looks a lot. It's a very cool looking grenade. At least I assume it's a grenade. Seems like it's, you know, it's got the pin on it and everything, so I don't see what else it would be. But yeah, I like the kind of like disco ball thing it's got going on, like these colored squares here and there. So you've got like the green and pink kind of colors, and then the rest is like, you know, a dark, very dark gray. But yeah, that's really cool. I like the design of that. That's pretty cool. Helps it stand out. And you've got the little pin right there on the side, very nicely highlighted with that silver paint. And then, you know, the actual like trigger for, at the top there that you pull. So that's really cool. Very nice grenade. Also the little bit of orange kind of going around here at the top. Looks like it got a little bit sloppy there at the top there. It seems like some of the orange, I don't think that was intentional, but some of the orange is like kind of faded, or I don't know. I guess going into the gray. It doesn't look bad though. Looks still looks pretty good overall. So there you have that. You have his rifle piece, which is very cool. It looks very good. It's got this kind of like almost camel thing going, but it's like, I don't know, it's like a very faded, almost like marbleized look to the camo for the rifle, but it's pretty cool. Still looks really good. Got, you know, that gunmetal gray going for most of the color of the rifle. That looks pretty cool. Seems like it's got a scope on top, so that's really nice. Even though it's kind of filled in, probably would have looked cooler if they put like, made it hollow or put like black paint so it actually looks more realistic. But then again, this is based off of a video game, so, you know, you get what you get. So I guess that makes sense. But yeah, that's pretty cool look for the rifle. Long scope rifle there. So there you have that. Then you have this little piece that I thought was like a canister, but I think it might actually be like paper or something. And the reason I say that is because when you look from the side, you can see it's got this swirly pattern, almost like it's like rolled up paper or something. So I'm not sure if this is meant to be like, you know, a map or something that he carries in the game, but I like this kind of this logo right here for the like the white X on the red, this little red band or whatever that's kind of holding it together. I think that looks really cool. And it's got a hole right there, so I'm guessing it pegs in somewhere on him. I'm thinking he's probably able to hold it somewhere, but that's pretty cool. Nice little detail there. And you got these silver, kind of silvery pieces on top and bottom here on the side of it, so that's pretty cool. Not exactly sure what this is, but it looks cool. So nice little accessories to have there. And then we have one of his other alternate mask pieces right here. And I like this. This is kind of like a more expressive, maybe angry or like, you know, thinking, I don't know, like a more discerning face, I guess, like, you know, one eye squinting. So I think it looks really good. The paint apps seem to be consistent with the one that comes on him in the package. So that looks really good. I really like the eyes, you know, the detail that blue outline for, like around the eyes, kind of make them look like they're glowing. I like that a lot. And you got the more squinted one on this side. And yeah, the paint apps look really good on this. So there's the back of it. That shows you how it's gonna plug in when you swap them out. So that's pretty cool. I like that. That is very nice. Nicely done. Seems like there's letters in there, A and the number 2, I think. So interesting. Not sure what that stands for, but maybe that's saying like mass 2 or something, or I'm not sure. Because this one right here, this is his other one, which also looks very, very good. And you've got, you know, the same paint apps. Excuse me. You got the same paint apps. Excuse me. Same paint apps. Sorry about that. And then on the back, you've got 1B on this one. So the other one had 2A. This one has 1B. So that's interesting. And you can, yeah, it's going to snap in the same way, but very, very cool. This is kind of like a wide-eyed, like, you know, focused, I guess, expression. You know, both eyes wide open. So there you go. Paint apps are very good on that one again. So let's get back into the figure himself, Mr. Enforcer. All right. So, yeah, first thing I want to say is I really do like the overall design of this guy. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Taskmaster. That's one of the reasons I think that I picked this guy up. Obviously a little different though. So like, you know, the mask and the overall suit design is obviously a little bit different, but I do really like the look of this guy. And I like the feel of him too. Like he's a nice weight. He feels like solid, but he's not too heavy or anything, you know, even though he's got like a little bit of armor on him, but the paint apps and everything on him actually look really, really nice. So we'll get into play and display, and then we'll take a closer look at all of his details and features. All right, so we'll start with the head. Now the head is kind of an interesting piece here. So he's got like this hood piece on, right? But it is a loose piece, because I was wondering, I'm like, how would you change out the, you know, the face plates if this was like a solid connected piece to him? But it is of course removable, so you can actually like just easily push this back, and it kind of just slides off like that. And you can see it's got like a connection piece at the back. So this little piece that's kind of sculpted right here, you can see it kind of connects. So the hood, I'll put him down for a second. The hood actually has like this little piece inside. You can see in the back there, it's got like a little square type of peg kind of sticking out, so that it can like plug into the back of his head and kind of keep it on there. So that's pretty cool. I like that. That's a really neat design, and it's effective because it keeps the hood on there, but it's also like, it's like a snug fit, but it also slides off very easily when you want to change out the pieces. So that's really nicely done. Really cool looking hood there. Got some, detail and texture in it, so that's really nice, like that. And then you've got, his normal head. So let's see how we can we lift the head up? Oh yeah, so there we go. So yeah, you just kind of have to push it a little bit, and it kind of moves away from like this little collar piece that he's got going down here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so now you can see it's like a loose piece, and the head is separate, so you can move that up. Oh wow. Yeah, so be careful. So yeah, once you start moving the head up, just be careful, because the face plate is gonna come off if you push it, all the way up. So you want to hold the head. The head is kind of like two separate pieces, so you want to hold it all together. But he can look up about that far, which is really, really good. So that's really dope. There's a side view for you, and then looking back down, let's see. He's able to tuck his head in about that much. So down isn't quite as good as going up, but it's still pretty good. There's your side view, so that's pretty cool. And I really like how they designed this, because, the head is able to slip so easily in and out of like this collar piece, and it looks like he's like, it just, like the way it hides the bottom of his mask as he looks down is so dope. Like it looks realistic, it's flush, it's fluid, and it gives him like a more ominous kind of, conspicuous look, you know, like that's really, really cool. I like how they designed that a whole bunch, and just makes it easy for, you know, operating the head and everything. So that's really dope. Great design there, Jazwares. Very, very nicely done. That's the kind of stuff I like to see on a figure. You know, going to the side, we can look about, let's see, we can look about that much, which is pretty good. I want to say his head can rotate all the way around, but I don't want to force it, especially with his face being in two pieces. So let's just say for the side movement, we can get, you know, all the way to the side in each direction, left and right. So that's pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna assume that his head can probably rotate all the way around if you really forced it, or maybe if you remove this, you know, lower collar piece, but I'm not gonna do that. But if you guys want to try that out, if you ever get this figure, you can definitely try it and let me know. All right, so for the arm movement, his shoulder pads are on a hinge and they do raise up pretty nice, and you know, they got a nice movement to them too. They're not too loose, not too tight. Go up and down very fluidly, and you have the ball and hinge for the shoulder. So you can raise his arm up about that much, pretty high. A little better than 90 degrees there. That's really nice. I like that. That looks really good. Back down to his sides, obviously. You can rotate all the way around, so you get 360 in there. And it looks like he's kind of got like a cut for a butterfly joint. Let's see if it actually works. Not so much. I kind of expected that because his armor is like a very hard plastic, so you're not going to be able. I didn't expect him to get, you know, much range going forward or back because he doesn't have a lot of room to maneuver there. But you know, it is what it is. The design, I still like the design of it overall. I don't think he necessarily needs a butterfly joint. You've got the bicep swivel in there, so you got a bicep swivel cut. Very nice into the shoulder there. Pretty seamless too. Looks really good, nice and flush. You got double jointed elbows that allow him to bend very, very nicely like that. That looks really, really good. All right, so back down there, you've got hands on a hinge, so they are able to rotate 360 and they hinge. Let's see. Oh wow, even the fingers have a little bit of articulation, so that's what's up. I did not know that, so that's cool. Let's see, the hinge for the hands, it's gonna go, let's see, is it horizontal or vertical? Seems like it's gonna be horizontal. Yeah, it's like a horizontal type of hinge. So it's gonna hinge in and out. So away from the body and towards the body like that. And then as you can see, even the fingers actually have a hinge. So this is pretty cool. I did not know that his fingers were hinged as well. You guys can't even see that, my bad. I didn't have it in the camera view. But yeah, he is able to hinge the fingers, all except the thumb, of course, but all the other ones can hinge like that. So that's gonna allow him to kind of hold his weapons, you know, tighter or looser, so that's really cool. And maybe get him into some gesturing poses, so that's really cool. I like that, that's what's up. This reminds me of, you know, Toy Biz. Toy Biz did a lot of articulated fingers, so that's really cool. Back down there, yeah, so let's see, for the torso articulation, seems like he's on a, seems like there's a ball joint in there in the middle of the torso. He's only able to lean forward about that far. And then again, that's because of the kind of hard armor design that he's got going, so not a lot of crunch room, not a lot of soft plastic to kind of, you know, bend and get out of the way. Going backwards, only about that far. So yeah, his torso articulation is definitely a little bit limited, at least when you're only relying on that, you know, upper ball joint. But, you know, let's see, if you combine like his lower, you know, hip joint and push that all the way, he's able to get about that much bend forward. And then utilize that moving backwards, he's able to get about that much bend back. So that's a lot better. So yeah, you definitely want to utilize the lower hip joints if you want to get him bending forward and back, you know, far. So there you go. But yeah, that looks really, really cool. One thing I like that I just noticed about this upper, you know, diaphragm joint is that it kind of, as you move it up, it reveals like some more buckle pieces. So he's got like all these, he's got the belt piece, right? So he's got his main belt, like the buckle right there, and then you've got like some more kind of straps and buckles kind of moving up into his, like, torso region. And as you move his torso down, it kind of covers some of that. And then as you move it up, it exposes some more of those, buckles underneath. And that's really nice. And it slides over that, it kind of glides over it really smooth. And it seems like it doesn't cause any paint rub either. So that's really nice. Very nicely designed figure. So it's the small things like that, man, that really, really make a figure stand out to me. And just, a more enjoyable experience, at least for me as a collector. I really, really enjoy, the small intricacies like that. So that is dope. Let's see, he's able to, of course, rotate a little bit from that top diaphragm joint. Just a little bit to each side, not a whole bunch. It seems like, I mean, you can force it. It's kind of creaky. I don't want to do it too much. Definitely don't want him to break. You can hear all that creaking, right? But you can kind of force them a little bit to each side. And it seems like this lower piece right here, just above the belt, it seems like that's a separate piece as well, maybe. So I'm not sure. Does he have like, yeah, it kind of rotates a little bit as you move this upper part. So, but yeah, I don't want to mess around with that too much. But yeah, he's got that. And then for the legs here, we're able to get him to kick about that high. So just shy of a 90 degrees. So pretty good, pretty decent. Definitely take that. Moving backwards, we can get him going about that much before running into the sculpt. All right. He does have a thigh swivel, which is actually like pretty, it's kind of like a deep cut. You can definitely see it. But yeah, it rotates. Let's see here. Gets a nice rotation for the upper thigh. And then we've got double jointed knees, it looks like. Yep. And that allows him to kick all the way back to like this, pretty much the center of his back, like that. So that's really good. Good range going there. Let's straighten his leg out again like that. For his boots, his feet, he actually does have a toe hinge. So, the boots can actually curl down like that from the front and then kick up like that. Get them flat again, and then if you move the entire, boot, the entire foot as one piece, you can kind of get it going like that. Kind of keep this straight. So you can get them just about basically on the tippy toes, and then you can move the entire boot up about that much, and it kind of, slides into the groove of the pants there. And then he does have a little bit of ankle rocker or pivot. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it, man. I think it has like a few design flaws here and there, or maybe not even flaws, but just things that kind of restrict some of the articulation. But at the same time, it also kind of makes up for those problems, I feel like, with those, like, again, those little intricate details, such as like the torso being able to kind of slide over and back, of those like little buckle pieces underneath, and all the like the different cut up parts of the figure. I think it, overall it turned out pretty good. It's a pretty good design, I would say, overall. So I finally got him standing, as you can see. So there's a miracle right there, right? So let's face him towards the camera a little bit before he falls over again. Please don't fall. Oh, now I jinxed it. Now he won't stand. Okay, wait. There we go. There we go. So let's see. Let's see. I'm just trying to get him to be a little more centered here in the camera. Okay, let's see. Okay, now, wow. Now he doesn't want to stand. I jinxed it. My bad. But anyways, let's go ahead and change out one of the face plates so we can see how that looks. Get one of his alternate expressions. So I'm going to take off this little, face plate that he came with in the package. I'm gonna put on the more wide-eyed expression. You can see what he looks like underneath. he's headless. Oh, where's my head? Where's my head? Right? His little headpiece is gonna match, or be like kind of like the opposite of the back of the alternate ones, so that you can plug it in. It's like a little puzzle piece, right? So let's plug in the more expressive eyes, and that fit in beautifully, very, very easily. snapped in like that. So there you go. Now he's got the wide eyes on, and I think that looks pretty good. Nice expressive face there. Very, very cool, right? And then we'll take a look at the last alternate head, which is the kind of squinting, maybe more angry expression. Put this one on him like that. And that snaps in so beautifully. That is such an easy changing process. I love that. I really like that they made that design, you know, a very easy, simple process to snap on, you know, on and off when you want to change the expressions on him. And there you can see he's got the more kind of like squinted, angry expression on his face now. So that looks cool, man. And yeah, I really like the look of this figure. Overall, I think it's designed very well. Not too much going on with it, but it's an effective look. He's got that kind of like tactical gear type of look going on, like he's like a soldier or something. But very cool. I like the, you know, the armored chest plate. Love the paint apps, the kind of off-white, or like, it probably on camera it probably looks like silver if anything, but this is kind of like a, I would say like more like a off-white or like very dulled white color. But it looks very nice against the kind of more black or super dark gray maybe for the chest plate. All these little buckle pieces, the silver, the black, and like even the kind of fading of like silver into the black for, you know, this piece, this kind of like rib piece below. That looks really, really good. I like that his shoulder pads are kind of like, it's all one piece, but from the side it looks like it's two separate pieces. So you've got like this metal piece underneath with like the holes in it that kind of goes around the majority of his shoulder, and then on top of that it looks like there's like another piece kind of going down that's a little more, it's like darker. It seems like it has like more wear into it, and hopefully my camera is able to pick up most of the details here. But yeah, it's even got like some kind of like texturing going at the top there. I think that looks really, really cool. It's like he's got like double armored shoulder pads, which is really, really nice. The wrinkles going throughout his suit. You got this little wrap piece just above his hand. It kind of looks like he's doing the little, the way his hand is right now, looks like he's doing that little thing, like when they make you look at it, like, gotcha. That's funny. But yeah, man, that is really cool. Back, he's got like this big metal plate, I guess, to protect his ass. It's kind of a funny, you know, place to have this little metal piece. I guess he wants to protect his butt in case people try to, you know, get a butt shot. Oh, that sounded so wrong, bro. In case somebody tries to, you know, shoot him in his ass, he's got this little metal plate to cover it up or give him a little bit of protection. So that's funny. But yeah, you got that. You know, not too much more detail on the back, but you know, still very nicely sculpted and everything. You got these little straps and everything kind of connecting to the back, and it seems like that's where the peg hole is. So I'm thinking that's where his shield is gonna plug in. Let's see if I can plug that in real quick. Yeah, so I guess that's where he's gonna hold his shield. It does stick out pretty far. I kind of wish that it would go into his back a little bit more, but I guess it is what it is. But yeah, so I guess that's where you're gonna plug in his shield for his back so he can hold it. If you don't want him holding it in his hands, he can just carry it on his back like that. I think that looks pretty cool. You can see like the peg, it kind of sticks out like kind of far from his back, so it doesn't look the best, but it's okay. From the back it looks pretty good, but from the side you can kind of see like all the space in between, but not bad, not bad. All right, and let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and put his hood back on because I like how he looks with the hood on. So let me see if I can just slide that hood piece back over his head here. Let's see, make sure I'm doing this properly. Okay, yeah, there we go. And the hood is made out of like a nice kind of soft plastic, you know, it's not too hard, it's pliable and it moves around. But there you go, there he is back with his hood on with a more angry expression. I think that looks pretty freaking dope. What y'all think? Oh yeah, that's pretty sick, man. I like it. So Let's see here. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna leave the accessories out of his hands. I'm tempted to put them in his hands just to see how he looks, but I'm gonna leave them out so that it's not too distracting for these size comparisons. So this video is long. We're already 34 minutes in. So let's go ahead and finish this off with some size comparisons. So moving back a little bit here. First size comparison we'll get him with is the Dino Thunder White Ranger from the Lightning Collection. So here is Mr. Trent Mercer alongside the Enforcer of Fornite Enforcer. So there you have those two, and I think they look pretty good, very similar in size. Trent might be just like a hair taller than him, but they're pretty close. So there you go. There he is with Mr. Trent. Let's get him with a Phase 1 Clone Trooper from the Black Series. Figure we haven't looked at in a while. And they're pretty similar in height as well. I would say the Clone Trooper is just a little bit bigger with his helmet, but they are pretty close in size there, so there you go. Here we are with the SH Figure Arts Crimson Thunder Ranger, aka Kabuto Ranger. Alright, so I'm gonna get him a little more facing the camera there. And he's actually pretty close in height. He's like the Crimson Thunder Ranger, that is. He is just like a little bit shorter than this Enforcer, which is pretty cool, you know. I like that. I like that he's not too much shorter. They're actually pretty close in size, so I like that a lot. That's a good look. Let's get him with that new Battle Android Trooper from Hasbro, from G.I. Joe, that I reviewed recently. Oh yeah, that's a cool look. These two side by side, I like that. Battle Android Trooper is definitely a bit taller, but I think that's a pretty good look overall. I like how that looks a bunch, so that's looking good. And let's get him with that Dyer figure, another Fortnite figure, but this one is by McFarlane Toys. So we've got Jazwares versus McFarlane right here. Oh shit, now I can't get Dyer to stand. He was standing just fine a second ago. Okay, there we go. Sorry, Enforcer, knocked you over there for a second. Good, put your hood back on there. Show some respect. All right, and there we go. So there he is with the Enforcer. You can see, obviously, Dyer is towering. He's a lot bigger than this Enforcer. I'm not sure if that's accurate. I'm not sure if in the game, like, they're meant to be the same size or not, but McFarlane tends to handle figures that are, like, 7 inches and up. So you got, McFarlane size versus Jazwares size. So there you go. Yeah, there you have that. Let's get him with the New 52 Batman from DC Universe All-Stars. We've got the New 52 Batman, who is just a little bit bigger than the Enforcer there. So frame-wise, definitely a lot bigger, and he's a little bit taller, but there you go. And last but not least, we will get him, real quick, we'll get him with the Black Adam from McFarlane Toys. Dwayne Johnson Black Adam. I'm going to hold him because he never stands on his own, but you can see he is obviously a lot bigger, towers over the Enforcer there. And to finish it off, we will get him with Claire Temple from Netflix's Luke Cage series, Rosario Dawson. And you can see she's actually a little bit taller than the Enforcer as well. So there you go, guys. That's my review on the Jazwares Enforcer figure based off of the Fortnite video game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I am, Fortnite characters are very new to me as far as like collecting them. I don't play the game anymore, so I'm very, out of the loop when it comes to the characters and all that. But for those of you that play, definitely leave me a comment down below if you've got the time and let me know, about this guy, in the game, if you've ever played him. Do you like him? Is he a fun character to play? Because I think design-wise, he looks really cool. I think this figure was executed very well for the most part. He looks amazing. He articulates pretty well. The box said 38 points of articulation, so you should be able to get him into some pretty dynamic poses. He comes with a good accessory palette, and the paint apps are all there. He looks really solid. So yeah, he's a good figure. Definitely recommend him. So that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you for watching. Sorry for dragging this out for so long. I guess I have more to say than I thought, but appreciate you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. This has been your boy BioSpider 3.0, keeping the action going with the Fortnite Enforcer figure from Jazwares. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next review. Peace.